Hey everybody, it's your girl Wendy Raquel Robinson, and I'm so excited to be this year's host for the opening gala for the BHERC Festival. And I just want to congratulate all of the honorees as well as all of the filmmakers. Wish you continued success because no one can tell our stories better than we can. So bring it to the screen and bring it to the masses because our story needs to be told. And continued success. Here's to next year and many, many more.
I am John Forbes, Executive Director of Black Hollywood Education and Resource Center. And it is my honor to welcome you to a great day in Black Hollywood.
One of the most giving individuals and celebrated veteran actors, directors, producers, and humanitarians. Ladies and gentlemen, the Mr. Incredible Glenn Turman.
I remember the mustard seed of faith in which this organization was started with. And over the years, what wonderful, wonderful things you've done.
There was a time when we wanted to do something and the month was March coming up and we said, well, what's happening in March? And Sandra said, well, it's Women's History Month. So we developed what's called Sisters Are Doing It For Themselves. Now that's a black film showcase that features women filmmakers, black women filmmakers. Mr. Daryl McCain, who we're honoring here tonight, has been gracious enough to keep that spark going and lighting these little fires in his students, and it's just such a beautiful thing.
We're just about the people. We're about our people. We're about our story. We're about our journey. 23 years ago, there were a group of filmmakers who said, most of our short films end up in a garage, they end up under our beds, and sometimes they just get lost. Over the last 23 years, we have had some incredible filmmakers to come out of our program. We've taken all the money that we've raised, and we've given it back to students. Our first student filmmaker was Gina Prince Bythewood. Gina at the time was a student at UCLA working on her thesis project, and she needed money to complete it. And then her first project out of the gate was Love and Basketball. Wow. This past year, we set up a fund which is called Films with a Purpose, in which we're now funding films. The first film we did was by Sati Gossett, called Forgiveness, and tomorrow here we will show Sati's film. We've also funded other projects and helped projects to be completed. Frank Dawson's film, Agents of Change. And so we're very proud of our journey and where we're going. Probably one of the most important programs we have within BHERC is our Youth Diversity Film Festival.
We knew from the beginning that we were supposed to make a documentary, but then we were all given a certain group. For us, it was women, and then we go further research into there, and we decided to narrow it down to Planned Parenthood.
I'm in Mr. McCain's film class, and I really enjoyed the film today. It was very inspirational.
One thing that's really great about it, that it's in a film, so you give any message that you want, and then you could share it to people.
But it also gets to connect into like a career, and if you're really interested in making films, not only that, acting.
We wanted to have a pretty objective approach to police accountability. We didn't want to show like the side that the media shows that all the police are bad and it's all their fault. So we took a lot of time doing research. We interviewed police officers, we interviewed teenagers and a lot of people to get a lot of different opinions on the subject.
How to set up a camera, how to set up an interview, and how to decide like really what shots I really want to be in my film. And since my film, The Sound of Unity, kind of touched on like self-expression and having students, young adults, having like a medium to express. And that's what I kind of learned from doing this assignment.
My film was about gun violence and the effect that it has on the family after the fact, after the media is gone, when there's no more coverage and it's not popular on Facebook. Long after the the media is gone and the hype and everybody in the neighborhood is talking about, yo, you heard what happened down the block. These moms are still dealing with that, and I want the world to know how it affects us all.
You know, staying true to your vision, staying true to self. That's the biggest challenge. If you can do that, you can be successful in this industry. You know, have a plan, have structure, be disciplined, and you know, just surround yourself around positive people that's trying to do something.
I only grew up seeing positive black images. We also watch a lot of Soul Train, and they see Don Cornelius excited that Aretha Franklin's on his show, or excited that he got Curtis Mayfield. And I tell these kids, this is what I know. I didn't see people calling themselves the N-word. I didn't see this negativity. I saw positive blackness growing up all my life. So that's what I try to instill in them, and that's what this festival does. I am so thankful to what Sandra and Ralph, John and Billy have done, because my kids get so excited. They want to stay at school all day so they can be ready for this. It makes me their hero, but I'm so thankful because they get dressed up, they feel great about themselves, and when that self-esteem is raised, you see the results in the classroom. They come back and they work hard. They're doing homework. I got kids, I wrote 4 scripts, Mr. McCain. It's like, okay, all right. But I love it. I love it. And so I'm very thankful to everyone. Thank you guys for being here, and thank you for this award. I never have had an award for being a teacher. So you just kind of go to work, and so I'm just very thankful. So thank you very much.
And I was so moved by the students this evening as they cheered their teacher. I remember Inner City Cultural Center when we would try to teach kids who would come to the classes and instill in them the same thing that you guys are learning now. It was a different time, but the obstacles are not that different.
I'd like to thank the Black Hollywood Education Resource Center for this honor. As an editor, we often do the work, but we don't get the praise. So this award is sweet. When I first discovered editing as a young woman, I didn't really have a plan. I just knew that I liked the work and I wanted to make a difference with my life. Over the years, I've been fortunate to work with a lot of different directors and writers who have supported me, both creatively and economically, and also in the cultural way, so that they really understood who I was and what I had to offer. It's something that was in Julie Dash's film, Daughters of the Dust. We are the children of those who chose to survive.
You must be a special lady, 'cause you're out here sitting on top of the world, sitting on top of the world.
All the details and accolades you just gave about the film I was involved with most recently is all the result of the man that I'm going to be bringing up in a moment. He's someone that's been a mentor, a friend when I needed a friend, a business partner when I needed a business partner. Through his experience, he was able to keep me going as a young brother who was striving to do something for his people, but lacked the resources and support in town. He was my rock. This is a man that is not only a producer, but he is a staple in the very culture that we celebrate every day in this town. Tupac Resurrection, Spike Lee's Do the Right Thing, Mo Better Blues, Mo Better Blues, Mo Better Blues, Jungle Fever, Panther, Malcolm X, Mario Van Peebles' New Jack City, Juice, Posse, Hustle and Flow. We are only as good as the people that we have around us, holding us up, building us up, and supporting us. As a young black man, and not having someone younger to look up to when it came to my aspirations, to get into a business and to face something that was so difficult and daunting before I even put my hands on it, and to be able to call someone when I had no one, if you remember, Mr. Holmes, when I said, I am alone out here, I'm on an island, I have no support, there's no belief, but I have this script and I think it can do something for our people. I think it can do something for our young brothers and sisters. I just need someone to point.
What I got into this business to do was to try and make films that would make a difference. It took me a while to realize that I also had to make a living. and that I would not always be able to do films of significance and the kind of thing I got into the business to do. But over the course of these last 40 years, I've had the opportunity and been privileged to have a chance to do several films that I am forever proud of. And most recently, and probably at the top of that list, is Birth of a Nation. So one of the things I'd like to say, particularly to parents, is to ask that you listen to what your children are interested in, listen to what their passions are, and encourage them, even if you don't quite understand what they're going for. Give them a chance to, and the confidence they need to go after their dreams.
Hi, my name is Janan Upchurch. I play Tremaine in the film Child Support. I'm 15 years old and I'm from Philadelphia. This film has actually taught me a lot because being a victim of bullying, it actually parallels to a lot of things I had gone through in my youth. Working with the cast and Alice as well has definitely been a great opportunity.
It's a lot of fun, you know, the cast, I've gotten to learn so many things about them, and now I have a bunch of friends, you know, it's, when you're working with a passion, it's not really like a job, it's kind of more just having fun every day, and it was a lot of fun.
Spiritually, I know my quest is to be sung, and I'm no less than anybody who is networked in a system that's designed to help us out when we learn to live. Though I'm nervous and concerned with what my purpose is, I shine in all my triumphs and I struggle through the worst of things. We are all the same, no matter where we go, so why do we neglect a world that we pretend to barely know? These satellites in our soul can't be compared to gold, it's more like the moon in the sky, anywhere it glows. Do you feel the love as we connect as one? The world spins around.
For me, it's an honor as a first-time filmmaker to be here and to have my first film in an actual festival like this in LA. Right, that is huge.
Blowing my mind.
Right, that's what's blowing my mind. LA, right? Everyone always has this huge crush on LA.
Hey, I'm Tammy Mack, and I am very excited to be at the African American Marketplace Film Festival. To have festivals like this that actually bring African Americans to the spotlight and highlight the films that we are producing about us and for us is just a tremendous, tremendous honor to be a part of.
I am so blessed. It's exciting, and especially to get feedback off my film and see how it may affect other people and hopefully affect change or help someone.
So as you feel the bars of what my prison keeps, the satellite of my soul has me living free. Yeah.
We do this because of the Prestons. We do this because of the Lillians. We do this because of the McCains. And we also do it because of Vanessa Williams. Vanessa was receiving our Community Service Award this year. She's an amazing actress who gives her time to support organizations around HIV and AIDS. But most of all, she is a true supporter of BHERC. Please, one more time for Vanessa Williams. Something about the gift. The gift named Wendy. The gift, Wendy Raquel Robinson. She is someone who has never left her community. She is someone who is willing to give her time. She is amazing, and she is grace. On behalf of the BHERC family, last year she hosted our Youth Diversity Film Festival, and she's here again for us. I love Hollywood, but I can tell you when it comes to so many of our artists, they're surrounded by gatekeepers. And I'm not accustomed to a gatekeeper. And I refuse to bow down to a gatekeeper. But I can tell you, this woman allows us to call. She allows us to have our faults, and she lifts us up. So Wendy, on behalf of BHERC, this audience, thank you for what you do every day for our community. We know our kids are in good hands. And we've got to do our part. We cannot allow our stories to just be washed away. And so I want to say to Lillian, I want to say to Preston, I want to say to Daryl, thank you for allowing us to honor you, because you honor us every day through your work.